Welcome to County Report This Week. I'm Sonya Burke. Thank you for joining us. Coming up in the next half hour, Montgomery College expands its campus in Germantown. Some MCPS teachers are brushing up on their religious literacy this summer. The school district's new superintendent is spending his first week visiting schools on a delivery truck. And we'll have the latest from Rockville about a national search for a new city manager. But we begin with pedestrian safety. County Executive Ike Leggett has announced additional efforts in the county's ongoing campaign to improve pedestrian safety in parking lots. Lorna Virgili joins us from the Wheaton Triangle with more. Lorna?
Sonia, 150,000 county households will be receiving this postcard reminding residents to keep their heads up while walking or driving within parking lots. Enforcement is underway, and it means put down the cell phone.
We really have to avoid distraction, and that is to put down our phones, look around, and pay attention. For drivers, putting down your telephone is not simply an option. It is the thing to do. It is the law.
Executive Ike Leggett announced additional efforts to the ongoing campaign to improve pedestrian safety in parking lots. Last year, there were 119 accidents in parking lots. That's a 17% increase.
A drive aisle of a parking lot is just as dangerous as any street. We need to keep that in mind. We need to really pay attention that we all do it, but we should not try to do multitask anymore. We shouldn't be on our cell phones while we're walking so that we can pay attention to those areas of our own surroundings.
Part of the campaign will include people educating shoppers in Wheaton, Bethesda, and Silver Spring about pedestrian safety in parking lots by handing out pedestrian safety shopping bags and informational material. The installation of heads-up decals in all county parking garages. Bilingual posters offered for display at stores and county facilities. And there will be more police enforcement.
Montgomery County police officers will be out throughout the community looking for drivers in parking lot that are using cell phones and not using a hands-free device. The law states it's any time when the vehicle is in motion. Doesn't matter if it's on a highway or roadway. It also includes parking lots. As we've seen in the past year and a half, we've had 16 pedestrians killed in Montgomery County. We're trying to reduce that number by stepping up our enforcement efforts after doing education.
And those citations can be up to $500. In Wheaton, for County Report This Week, I'm Lorna Virgili.
The county's Ride-On service has proposed a new route to meet the demand for service in smaller, isolated communities such as Tobytown. And now the public has a chance to comment on that proposed route. A public forum is scheduled at 6:30 p.m. on July 28th at Trevilla Elementary School. The proposed route will serve the Potomac community south of River Road, adding stops as well in North Potomac and Rockville. It'll operate 7 days a week from 6 a.m. to 7 p.m., running every 75 minutes and providing transportation to local schools, Shady Grove Hospital, libraries, shops, restaurants, and other transportation services. The regular ride-on fare for this route will be $1.75. Residents are invited to share their thoughts about the new proposed service at the forum later this month. If you want to speak at the forum, you're asked to sign up by July 25th. You can find more information about the upcoming forum on the county's Ride-On Bus website. The Germantown campus of Montgomery College has been undergoing a dramatic transformation over the last few years, and a recent grand opening of another new building on that campus clearly illustrates that. MCTV's Michael Brown has a story.
With the official opening of the medical office building on MC's Germantown campus, another key piece was added to the Pinckney Innovation Center.
This medical office building is right next door to Holy Cross Germantown Hospital, who is our anchor resident partner. And it was really exciting. We have the hospital, potential tenants, all here to celebrate the opening. And the intent for the building is to house medically related, whether it's doctor's offices, there's a pain management, there's an imaging, a women's center, a pharmacy.
The Innovation Center is unique. MC is the only two-year college in America with a hospital and medical office building on campus.
The Pinckney Innovation Complex for Science and Technology at Montgomery College, we're shortening it to PICMC, is an integrated academic, business, and research campus. The target companies or target industry sectors that we go after: life sciences, health IT, cyber, all of these have a relationship to our core curriculum.
And PICMC will provide big benefits for MC students.
We have a memorandum of understanding of a number of activities that we will jointly participate in, which include clinical rotations for our nursing students, curriculum development. We have agreements with the hospital. They hire a number of our students. The whole relationship here serves an example of what we hope to have take place throughout the whole campus. But it's an opportunity for us to help Holy Cross Germantown Hospital in its human resources need for additional nurses and technicians.
And that's really the genesis of Pick MC, to add more opportunities for students.
The whole purpose behind having business and industry on our campus is to connect them to our students, whether immediately after the 2 years that they spend here, or even in the future after they go on and graduate from four-year institutions.
For County Report this week from Montgomery College, I'm Michael Brown.
Some local teachers will know more about religious diversity when they return to their classrooms. The 37 educators took part in a pilot program that will help them understand different religions practiced in Montgomery County. MC Media's Phyllis Armstrong reports.
The beliefs shared inside churches, synagogues, temples, and mosques mystify many of us.
Unfortunately, I think we have a lot of room to grow in terms of better knowing each other and knowing our neighbors.
Walter Johnson High School teacher Christopher Murray educates his students on world religions, encourages them to reach beyond misconceptions.
When it's very easy to spend a few hours with a fellow classmate and learn what they actually do believe and what their practices are about.
Your willingness to understand and appreciate and respect the other as you teach.
Montgomery County educators are learning more about different faiths at a 5-day pilot program designed to promote religious literacy.
We have such a diverse community in Montgomery County and in our school in particular. And I want to be as comprehensive as possible and as respectful as possible.
The seminars at Temple Beth Ami and other faith centers could ultimately help young people and their parents better understand the diverse religions and cultures in the county.
I do hear sometimes some ignorance and some confusion, and I think in trying to teach them empathy and compassion, it helps that they understand and know about all the different kinds of people, religion, cultures.
I think there is a danger that their xenophobia could become a factor in this country. I feel like I need to do everything I can to promote understanding and dialogue between peoples.
And with growing concerns about religious and cultural intolerance, Edelberg and Murray plan to offer more religious literacy programs this fall. Phyllis Armstrong in Rockville for County Report This Week.
Coming up on County Report This Week, the search for a new city manager is underway in Rockville. And if you're planning some home improvements this summer, we have some consumer information that you need to know. Don't go away. County Report This Week is coming right back.
In Montgomery County, we have a goal to reduce waste and recycle 70% of all waste by 2020. By recycling and reducing waste, we save natural resources and make our community even better. So recycle at home, work, school, everywhere, and keep recycling going. For more information, call the Montgomery County, Maryland Division of Solid Waste Services at 311 or visit montgomerycountymd.gov/recycling.
Keep it going.
Recycle more now.
Did you know there are more than 10,000 county government phone numbers? But there's only one number you need to remember for non-emergency calls, 311. MC 311 is Montgomery County government's online telephone information system. Need information? Have a problem or complaint? Trying to locate a county government facility? Call 311. The call center is open Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. The website is available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
A message about protecting your pipes and ours from WSSC.
Welcome back to County Report This Week. I'm Sonya Burke. In Rockville, the search is on for a new city manager. And as Willie James Inman tells us, the mayor and council want the community to get involved in the process.
The mayor and council are asking for your input in the search for Rockville's next city manager.
The city manager is such a key function in Rockville. They are really the chief executive for the city, and they not only oversee all of our 500 employees, but make sure that all of the day-to-day services that our residents depend on, everything from snow plowing to trash pickup to street repairs, our recreation programs.
Well, because the city manager works hand in hand with the mayor and council. It's a real team effort in terms of leading our city.
We're taking it to the streets to find out what qualities you want to see in the next city manager. Mayor and council are searching for a new city manager. As a business owner, what kinds of qualities do you want to see in that person?
Well, I'd hope that the next city manager is somebody that is responsive and can answer our questions quickly.
Background, similar experience elsewhere that shows that he or she can handle the job.
That person should be committed to the quality of life of the people who live in Rockville.
And if I didn't get to you this time around, remember you have 2 opportunities to give your input on the search. There will be 2 public meetings held in which you can voice your opinion. The first meeting will be held on July 20th at Glenview Mansion from 7 to 8:30 p.m. And the second meeting will take place the following day on July 21st from 1:30 to 3 p.m. at the Rockville Senior Center. For County Report This Week, I'm Willie James Inman.
The minimum wage increased in Montgomery County effective Friday, July 1st. And this week on the county's Spanish language radio show, Jim Stowe, the director of the Office of Human Rights, discussed how employers must comply with the law effective immediately.
Get this in place, and this is not against employers. This is really trying to find a good place for all of our workers, to include the employers who in fact employ them. This is a win-win for everybody, and we want to make sure that we're doing all we can to facilitate this actually being implemented as smoothly as possible. And so this is not an aggressive or some sort of adversarial kind of relationship. We want this to work for everybody.
The current minimum wage is now $10.75. Employees that are not being paid that wage can contact the state's Labor Department or the county's Office of Human Rights to file a complaint. The Montgomery County Office of Consumer Protection investigates and solves consumer complaints. Here's investigator Kevin Simpson with some tips if you're considering some home improvement work this summer.
With the warm weather comes a spike in home improvements. Whether the job is a new outdoor deck or an indoor kitchen renovation, consumers need to know how to make the experience a good one. First, get recommendations about contractors. Ask friends, neighbors, and relatives. Avoid contractors that contact you unsolicited, especially those who go door to door. Newspaper ads that offer big discounts can be deceiving, so be sure to do your homework. Next, get 3 estimates. Invite the contractor to your home to give estimates in the form of written proposals. Don't be afraid to ask questions. Make sure the contractor is licensed. According to Maryland state law, contractors must be licensed with the Maryland Home Improvement Commission to perform home improvement services, and salespersons must be licensed to sell these services. Call the Maryland Home Improvement Commission to verify the license. Ask them about complaints on file. Know your rights. For example, did you know a contractor cannot accept more than 1/3 of the contract price as an initial deposit?
According to a new law, you have 5 days to cancel a home improvement contract if it was signed in a home, 7 days for seniors.
And finally, watch for red flags. Is the price too good to be true? Is it a cash-only transaction? Did you feel the sale tactics were too high pressure? This may not be the deal for you. If you have a complaint concerning a home improvement project, feel free to contact our office and we can help you solve it. Our website also offers more information on working with licensed contractors.
Coming up on County Report This Week, Dr. Jack Smith begins his new job as Superintendent of Schools. And there's a new place to buy or donate books in Wheaton. Don't go away. County Report This Week is coming right back.
A Zika virus prevention tip from the Maryland Department of Agriculture. Mosquitoes can exploit the tiniest pools of standing water in your yard and ruin your summer fun. Check your yard every week and dump water out of any containers you see. Buckets, cans, bottles, coolers, bird baths, even wheelbarrows, and especially saucers under flower pots. Store items upside down when not in use, or better yet, inside. Learn more at mda.maryland.gov/Zika.
Swimming can be a great way to stay cool and beat the summer heat. Hi, I'm Gabe Albernaz, Director of the Montgomery County Recreation Department, and I'd like to ask you to be our partner in making this a safe summer. Drowning is a leading cause of accidental deaths in children, but drowning can be avoided. By following a few important rules, we can ensure that our children are safe at the pools. Regardless of swimming ability, children should never be unsupervised. Even with lifeguards, there is no substitution for adult supervision. Minimize distractions such as cell phones. Drowning can happen in minutes. If you have to leave the pool for any reason, you need to take your children with you. Inflatable swimming aids such as floaties and noodles are not life safety devices. Do not substitute these for supervision either. By working together, we can make sure we are all safe at the pool this summer.
Hey, you going out like that?
Yeah, why?
Well, what would the neighbors think?
I see you! Come look at Mr. Feather. Look what I have. Mr. Bird, remember? Bark, bark, bark. We're just playing. We're just playing on trying to get you out of here.
Even still.
You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. There are thousands of teens in foster care who don't need perfection. They need you.
Welcome back to County Report This Week. I'm Sonya Burke. New MCPS Superintendent Dr. Jack Smith has been visiting schools and meeting staff, and he's been doing so by riding along in an MCPS delivery truck. MCPS TV has a story.
Excited to be here, and I'm happy about the chance to see all of these schools as I ride around with these drivers. It's an efficient way to see all 200 and soon to be 4 schools when the new middle school opens this fall, and so I can see them all. Good morning. There are so many things that work well in this school system, and we have areas where we can still improve. And so working together to discover those areas and then to work on them, especially around student learning, will be so important for all of us.
We heard he might come, so we were looking forward to meeting him.
Hi, I'm Jack Smith.
We have a huge county. He needs to get to see the depth and breadth of our county and to meet some people. I think it's great.
And for every student, every single student, because so many of our students do really well. Now we have to look at how we can help the ones who aren't doing as well to increase their performance, their learning, so they have really good options and choices when they graduate from high school. Good morning. Good morning. How are you doing? Hi, Jack Smith, new superintendent. Excitement, anxiety, sense of responsibility, all those things are going up as I see all these schools.
Superintendent Smith has visited 110 schools to date and intends to get to all of them very soon. On his first day on the job, Dr. Smith sent a letter to MCPS families in Montgomery County sharing that part of his focus will be to bring a, quote, common thread of literacy, writing, and mathematics skills to all students. Montgomery County Public Schools employs more than 12,000 teachers, and each year the schools choose one of those educators as Teacher of the Year. This year, the lucky winner is a social studies teacher from Kennedy High School, whose teaching ability has been described as invigorating. Susan Kennedy reports.
Kennedy High School social studies teacher Michael Williams never intended on becoming a teacher.
My initial plan was going into the Foreign Service and becoming a diplomat, and that was the long-term plan, but I had a plan that interceded that was a dream of mine, which was to become a professional soccer player. So I'm actually, this is a second career of mine.
This second career has awarded him the honor of Teacher of the Year for Montgomery County Public Schools.
And whereas in May, he was named the 2016-17 MCPS Teacher of the Year by the Marianne Greenblatt Education Fund, which recognizes teachers who inspire their students to achieve, encourage younger teachers to be the best they can be, and help the school community.
Your job is to make sure that you're prepared in time for that test.
Williams came to Montgomery County at the age of 9 and graduated from Woodward High School in 1987. He went on to play soccer at Howard University with his brother Irving. In 1988, the team made it to the NCAA Division I National Championship game, but lost to Indiana. After that, he went on to play pro soccer in Florida and Pennsylvania. During that time, he made appearances at various schools, and that's when the teaching bug bit.
You'd go to the schools, you'd give talks, you'd do demonstrations, and we loved the interaction with the kids. And it got to a point where the general manager would be like, Bascom, Williams, you guys gonna do the school appearance? And we're like, yeah. And so we were doing that quite a bit, monthly. And it was during that time where I was like, this is where I need to be. So when I retire as a soccer player, I'm going to become a teacher.
It is solving a problem or a need or a want.
Williams has taught in Montgomery County for 14 years. This is his first year at Kennedy High. Prior to that, he taught at Walter Johnson High School. He is co-founder of the Minority Scholars Program, an initiative designed to expand the number of African American and Latino students in honors and AP courses. The program is currently in 15 high schools and 3 middle schools.
There's all these preconceived notions about kids these days and, not being as motivated or interested. And I'm not so sure that's the case. What I've noticed is that with kids, all kids, when you push them and challenge them, they will rise to the occasion. And sometimes you just have to find different approaches to them in order to connect with them. And I think that's the big challenge.
We asked Michael Williams if this recognition will change him.
I know what humility brings, and I think what's most importantly is I know that I didn't come here on my own. I didn't do it myself. I think that's the biggest mistake, is that arrogance makes us think that we're the ones who created it. There was too many people who helped me be who I am. And so I can brag about myself, but it doesn't make sense. It makes more sense bragging about all those others who help me to where I am, who keep me grounded, who keep me thinking and on my toes, like those students who do as leaders.
There's a new place to buy and donate books in Wheaton. The Friends of the Library has opened the Wheaton Bookstore at 8901 Colesville Road. That's the former site of the Silver Spring Library, and this location is temporary. The bookstore features a wide selection of books, multimedia recordings, and educational games for sale at reduced prices. The Wheaton community's reception for the Friends of the Library Bookstore has been great.
Oh, it's been wonderful. We've had civic associations drop by. We've had camps with lots of children drop by. All sorts of people. The entire spectrum of the community has stopped by and really made us feel welcome and tell us that they're excited to have us here, and we're excited to be here. The plan is this will be our interim home while the new Wheaton Library is constructed, and as I said, that's slated to open in summer 2018. So whenever that is completed, we will move back to Wheaton and have a bookstore in the new joint library recreation facility.
Proceeds from the bookstore benefit Montgomery County Public Libraries. And as you just heard, the Wheaton Bookstore will remain at this site until construction is completed on the new Wheaton Library and Community Recreation Center. The Department of Liquor Control has opened a new retail store in the King Farm Village Shopping Center. Inside the store, you'll find a local selection where products from local distilleries and wineries are featured. The new store is open Monday through Saturday from 10 a.m. to 9 p.m. and on Sundays from noon to 6. For more information about the DLC's 25 retail stores, visit the Department of Liquor Control's website. Coming up next on County Report This Week, we'll take you to Montgomery County's annual Ramadan Celebration. Stay with us. County Report This Week is coming right back.
So, I'm kind of new here, but I've noticed a trend. My human does this funny thing where she goes around and gets all my toys, and then she hides them in that basket by the door. But it's always the same basket, and it's always in the same place. And then she acts so surprised when I find them, but, she's putting them in the same basket. Again. It's like, hello, That's where you put it last time. You were the worst at hide and go seek.
I love taking care of my mom. It wasn't easy at first. She learned how to better communicate her needs.
And you learned how to not ignore yours.
I discovered how to make healthier meals.
And I discovered how much I enjoyed them.
Becoming a caregiver is a learning experience for everyone. Find articles, tips, and tools from experts and others who have been in your place. The Caregiving Resource Center at aarp.org/caregiving.
Welcome back to County Report This Week. I'm Sonya Burke. Nearly 400 people turned out for Montgomery County's annual event celebrating the Islamic holy month of Ramadan. My MC Media's Maureen Chaudhary was there.
Whereas Islam is a religion of peace, and the Ramadan is celebrated by Muslims around the world and in Montgomery County.
Montgomery County Executive Ike Leggett reads a proclamation honoring the month of Ramadan at the county's annual Iftar celebration. Dozens of people turned out for the occasion, which dates back to 2008, and is hosted in partnership with the county, Montgomery County Muslim Council, and the Montgomery County Muslim Foundation.
It's an opportunity for those throughout our county to come, join with our Muslim friends, and to understand part of their culture, part of their religion, and have an opportunity to converse with them and be part of this wonderful ceremony.
During the month of Ramadan, Muslims fast from sunrise to sunset and break fast with a meal called iftar. Muslim residents say that this is an opportunity to teach the tradition to the community.
Doing our job, we are playing a role to make this county a model for the whole country, and this is our efforts and this is what we are doing.
I think it's a great event. As a matter of fact, it keeps improving. The attendance was not that large a few years ago, but now I think 300, 400 people attend. So that's really very good response by all standards.
Montgomery County Police also recognized the department's first Muslim chaplain.
Assalamu alaikum and peace be upon you. It's my honor and privilege to accept and receive the honorable position, volunteer position in our police department in Montgomery County.
It's really an event where we are also reaching out to others in the community, others in the larger Montgomery County community, as well as representatives, officials, and so on.
In Rockville, I'm Maureen Chaudhary for County Report This Week.
Students from our diverse community who meet the requirements could be selected to obtain a one-time $2,000 scholarship from the County Executive's Hispanic Gala Scholarship Program. The deadline is passed for college students in financial need to apply, but we are still looking for sponsors. Those awarded will be part of the Executive's Hispanic Gala to be held at the Fillmore Silver Spring on September 22nd. If you'd like to assist with sending a student to college, please visit MontgomeryHispanicGala.org. Mark your calendars for Montgomery County's 27th Annual Farm Tour and Harvest Sale on July 23rd and 24th. You can spend a day in the country petting farm animals or having lunch by a scenic pond. You can also pick your own berries and purchase fruit, vegetables, and fresh flowers during this celebration of Montgomery County's agricultural heritage. Most of the farms will be open from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. You can learn more about the participating farms and their locations on the county's website. With that, we close this edition of County Report This Week. Remember to like us on Facebook and to join us again at this time every week for a look at what's going on inside Montgomery County. We leave you with some images of the Wings of Fancy exhibit at Brookside Gardens. This seasonal display features hundreds of butterflies from all over the world. I'm Sonya Burke. Thank you for watching.